Hi, Oswaldo. Oswaldo, it's getting close to 11 o'clock at night, so I'm sorry if I just sound like I'm out of it. Hopefully, I'm still with it. Um, anyway, this is a very interesting research project you did on GMOs, and I just wanted to go over a few things with you to even spiff it up a little bit more. First question I've got now, I like that you mentioned this. I think this is a really good lead, but I don't know what this person's credentials are. So can you look that up and just say, according to leading uh, synthetic farmer Cortiv or whatever, I don't know, but you need to tell me who that is. Okay, then here I this is what concerns me. I don't see your thesis. I don't see where you say GMA should be I'm sorry, GMO. That's Good Morning America. I'm sorry. I don't see where you say that GMO should be used more liberally in the food supply here. I don't see you making an argument for or against GMOs. And that would come at the end of this paragraph here, because that the thesis goes at the very end. The thesis is a roadmap. Just like if I say, I want you to come visit me at my house at Round Rock, Texas, then you might say, before we had GPS, you might say, well, can you give me a map? And I say, okay. So I draw the map and I show you to go down I-35. And then when you get to the Rock exit, you take a left, which is heading west. And then you go down to certain that. And so I'm telling you how to get there. That's what your thesis is. It's telling me where we're going and how we're getting there. Where we're going is we're going to hopefully be convinced of something that maybe we hadn't thought about before. At the very least, it's going to give us food for thought. And how we're going to get there are the three main points that you're going to use to support your argument that GMOs should be or should not be uh, more integrated into the food supply here in the US. I take it uh, I think you're talking about US, but globally, it may not be a bad idea either. Okay, in the US, okay, but I don't see that a thesis would be something. Okay, this is what I'm saying right here. This might be a good thesis. I'm not sure what your argument is, but it could be genetically modified organisms, GMOs. So the first time you mention them, you want to spell it out. Then after you say GMOs there, then you can say GMOs from now on. You don't have to say genetically modified. GMOs should be used more often in the US because, and then you give three main points. Because why? One of them could be that it boosts vitamins and minerals in our everyday diets. I don't know. I don't know what the three are. And because I don't know, the paper has no organization to it, and it's hard for me to read it because you write a lot of things about GMOs, but you're not making an argument one way or the other that they're good or bad. And I said this should be mentioned where you mentioned. Oh yeah, okay. So GMOs, yeah, you should have put that where we put it at the very beginning. So my main concern is that this isn't organized. I don't know what your thesis is. I don't know what your three main points are. I don't, hopefully, when you peer reviewed this with someone, that other person figured it out and said something to you and you're already working on it. I hope that's the case because you're going to be very busy over the weekend. The other thing that I see is that all of these great sources are not mentioned in your paper. And that's why you have them. Gurman, Koberstein, Yeasy, however you say that. This, I don't see any of them up here. And remember, while this is in your own words, which is great, I mean, I have kids who put mainly quotations in there and they have to go back and reword it because you don't want to just put quotes in there. But then again, you want to have, like you said, golden rice. You have it in quotes, but I don't see where you got that. Um, but you are going to use those sources to support what you're saying. And honestly, it looks like you can take out a couple of pages because 4 pages should be sufficient, not including your works cited. Okay. So I'm wondering if you can take part of it out, a couple of pages out, and add in these things to support things that you really wanted to say, and then turn that in for your final. Because right now, this here probably would be a D. So it'd be below, or it could be even as much as you've written, it could still be close to an F because it is not organized at all. So tomorrow, which is tonight's Tuesday, hopefully we can talk some. All of y'all who peer reviewed, you get first priority over people who didn't do it. So hopefully you can come up with an idea before class about what your thesis and 3 main points are, and maybe you can work with a buddy also. I think everybody's got a lot they need to do on their own, but you might be able to get somebody to work with you on that. Also, make sure I'm hitting this. Make sure works cited goes to as far as you can go to the top. Okay, I'll see you Wednesday.